I've come to realize that as a Nigerian, our biggest problem is Nigerians itself. And people have greeted me with plethora of insults. I was invited to Honest Bunch podcast a while back. And then this particular one went viral, at least on Twitter.
You know that I was questioning two friends one day, female. And if I want you to reason with this with me, tell me if I'm wrong. Please, everybody tell me I'm wrong. I asked her, I said, is it wrong to wear bikini to the beach? She said, I don't understand. What do you want to wear to the beach? She said, you started. I said, let's think. Hold on. Is it wrong? She's a Christian. I said, it's wrong. She said, where will you wear bikini to? I said, I agree. So that means you are saying it's okay to wear to the beach. Good. I said, from your house, will you wear bikini? Bikini, pant and bra. I said, will you wear pant and bra downstairs to go and buy something in the supermarket? She said, no, now will I do that? I said, why? Why is it wrong? She said, because you can't wear that to the... I said, you have not answered me. Be logical. Why is it wrong? Articulate what you think now. Say, because people will be looking at you now. I said, okay. So the reason why is because people will be looking at you. Say, can you wear this pant and bra to the church? She said, Tommy Dean now. Who wears pant and bra to the church now? I said, okay. Because people will talk, Abi. I said, that beach where you wear, people don't look at you there. She paused. So, I never thought of it this way. I said, let me tell you your problem. Your problem is you don't understand how corny the devil is. The devil is so corny that the highest level of evil is gift wrapped in good. He will gift wrap it like good like this and give you. You will take it. Let me tell you why. Let me give you an analogy. I will tell you, Titi, I don't know, say, you get breasts like this, so you just use clothes cover arm. You probably say, this guy is so uncultured. Are you okay? Can you say that? But let me change it. I shall left people. I said the same thing. The same thing. Hypocrisy, gift wrapped in music. You take it and internalize it. Now, lastly, and I said, let me ask you something. Have you ever read Ezekiel 11 before?
And of course, there are over 2,000 curses on Twitter and other platforms from this video, from women and men. And all of them are Nigerians, of course, because I was checking the majority of them. All that I checked were all Nigerians. There was a guy that said something like, oh, there's a time and place for everything. You don't wear boxers to the church. You can wear boxers to the beach. Yada, yada, yada. That's why I don't like it when they bring fools to podcasts. I was like, you've already made your point. You don't need to insult. It's a sign of low intelligence. You literally do not need to insult. It's a sign that you do not hold a conversation. In a debate, if it's banter, I can still fair enough. But like in a debate, just state out your knowledge, state out your arguments. And if it follows logic, the thing about truth is you cannot debate against truth. Truth is sharper than two-edged sword. It cuts. It will break all your defenses. And you look stupid when you try to debate facts. It's like me saying, I want to debate that I'm light-skinned. I will look stupid. I can't say I'm light-skinned. I will look stupid to the vast majority. The only people that will think I am light-skinned are people that have psychosis. If I tell a mental patient I'm light-skinned and he says yes, and I say, hey, he agrees with me, then you can tell that this Tommy, you're already going mad. It's just common sense, right? Now, that's my premise. Let me now push forward to help you understand a better argument. See, as an average Nigerian, is Nigerian for my business for now, or any guy out there that lays down this video. Whenever you hear anybody speak about anything in life, you hear any conversation, two things are always in that conversation. These two elements, you must let it stay in your heart so that you can always be an intelligent person with proper comprehension. If not, you will look stupid when you respond. Anytime anybody is saying something, there are two things the person is either doing. Sometimes they interchange it without them even knowing. It's either the conversation is descriptive or prescriptive. I repeat, whenever anybody is making a conversation, like a podcast or anything, they are doing two things. It's either they are describing or they are prescribing to you. Prescribing means like call to action. So describing is the first thing that this video is telling you. I was describing a story. I was describing history, my history. Firstly, this is how to comprehend a statement or a conversation. Before you make your point as to, oh, what are you doing now? Where to the beach? We'll get there. I will get there. Because if you have been patient and you use logical reasoning, the three tools for devising truth in critical thinking, you can go and read it online. It is logical consistency. Your argument must be logically consistent. Empirically adequate. Your argument must be empirically adequate in the sense that whatever you are saying, you must be able to put it in past, present, and future, and you still arrive at the same conclusion. And it must be experientially relevant. Whatever you are saying, how is it experientially relevant to my life? Can I integrate it into my life and I get an experientially relevant conclusion about what you're saying? That is how you process truth. That is the only tool you use. Anything you say in life, if you pass it through these three tests, you arrive at truth. You can test if it's the truth. You can go and check. This thing I said, I didn't coin it up in my head. There are books on it in classical literature. That's how they reason. Even in science, I was describing a scenario. Description. I said, me and my friend, a very good friend of mine, a girl. Description. She's a Christian. Description. I've not prescribed anything yet. I've not told you to do anything yet. I only said, I was talking to my friend. Description. She's a girl. Description. Christian, description. But once you hear Christian, the context of the conversation has switched from normal ethical conversation into a faith-based conversation. So you need to understand that when you're coming with your own response. You have to respond in the confined space of that context the person has delivered out. You cannot now assume or morph yourself into a conversation I did not prescribe to you. I am discussing about what happened between me and a Christian as at that time. So even if you're an unbeliever, you can still get the premise of the conversation and not necessarily get angry, because I've not prescribed you to do anything. It is pure intellectual arrogance to put yourself into that conversation like I'm prescribing to you. I've not yet. I've not even prescribed to Christians. I'm describing. So let's move further. So I said, Alpha, why are you wearing this bikini, pant and bra to the beach? I've not told her what she's doing is wrong. I'm still describing. I've not prescribed it. I've not told her this is wrong. I only said, why are you wearing it? She said, what do you wear to the beach? I said, I don't know, but is it right to wear it? She said, yes, what do you wear to the beach? I said, okay, cool. Can you wear this to the church? She said, who wears bikini to the church? I said, fair enough. I said, can you wear this bikini from your house downstairs to buy something? That's pant and bra. She told me, why would I do that? People are like, I said, why can't you do that? She said, because people will see it and it's wrong. I said, so the reason why it's wrong is because people will see it. So let me break down the analogy. I cannot wear pant and bra outside my house because people will see me, and that is what automatically makes it wrong. So what makes it wrong for her is that people will see it. Okay, good. And I said, but the beach you are going to, people will also see you there. They will also see you there. So I don't get it. Why on earth are you not considering them seeing you at the beach? She said, but that's what they wear there. I said, who told you that? Which means you were taught that too. I agree. Every sphere of engagement has its dress code. There's the kind of dress you can wear to the church and whatever. But what I was highlighting, she's a Christian. It's a Christian conversation. It's a philosophical conversation. It's not a science conversation. It's a philosophical conversation. You need to learn how to reason in context of conversation. If not, you will actually look stupid. And I say that with all respect. Be careful when you hear someone talk. Be slow to speak. Be quick to listen and slow to anger. I'm describing a scenario between a Christian and a fellow Christian. Now, the context of the conversation is decency. Now, what I was bringing out to her, so that was why I could now go for that to go and quote Ezekiel 11. I wouldn't quote Ezekiel 11 to an unbeliever. So for some of you that now got angry that he became foolish when he brought the Bible into it, you are actually the one assuming a position of foolishness. And I say that with all respect. In the sense that I have not invited you into that context because you are not a believer. So I wouldn't have admitted that kind of case with you if I was debating. I would not even use the Bible. I would use logic. I brought in the Bible because she's a Christian, which I highlighted at the beginning. That's how to reason. Even though there are dress codes for different occasions, I agree. Nobody is not saying you should not wear bikini. The reason why I can only admit this kind of case or tender this kind of case to a believer is because of the role of decency. Bible says, do all yours with moderation. The question you should have asked is, okay then, if you're saying you can wear, but then you wear to the beach, suit and tie. No, that's because you listen to the conversation with passive aggression. You didn't listen with common sense and just take a position of, let me understand this person, where is he coming from? It takes a very intelligent person to actually be like that. And it takes a person of character to actually be like that. So what then do you do? Is this not a bikini wear? Comment section on Twitter. There was someone that even showed one that I was shocked. Look at. The guy was like, somebody insulted me and said, it is reductive analogy and a parochial view. What about female athletes? Should they be fully clothed as well? The person wanted to put a point that female wear pant and bra. You know what someone said? Someone said female will also wear this to track, to run. It depends on what you want. Don't make it look like anybody's forcing you. I'm only describing the faith. And for you to come and tell me, oh, we're overdoing. No, we are not. It's a Christian conversation. The Bible says, love not the world and that which is in the world. For those that love the world hate the Father. And that scripture says, and the love of the Father is not in them. The way of the world is to where anything goes like this. It doesn't mean it's bad. You feel you're the one that is wise. No problem. Enjoy. But to take yourself away from that your position and want to apply tyranny to make sure that we as believers now condescend or ascend, anyone you choose to use, to your own position of living life. It's a position of tyranny. Why would you want to do that? Why must I live the way you live? Enjoy your bikini wears. But I was addressing a believer that just because everything seems admissible does not mean you should permit it for yourself. All things are yours, but not all things are expedient. Do all yours with moderation. As a content creator, I'm free to do whatever I want and I can misyan. But I cannot just bring a girl that is half naked to my video. I have to moderate mine. It doesn't mean it's wrong for unbelievers. They can do it. For me, it has become wrong because of my own choice to follow Christ. Leave me with it. I love it like that. I love Christ. Die. No matter the fully, whatever it is. And the funny thing is, I can engage any atheist conversation, any atheist in Nigeria. I don't even think there's any proper atheists in Nigeria, to be honest. Most of them are just people who are just angry and just want to insult. I've engaged many. They don't have that knowledge bank they think they have. Once it gets to a point where they cannot answer you, they greet you with insults. That's why I don't bother beg. So, but that aside, there is no conversation that you ask that I won't answer about my faith. Many of these people that do all these videos on Bible or whatever in Nigeria, they quote scripture out of context. They just miss. It's like shoot can mean to unalive somebody. Shoot can also mean to throw a basketball. But just because shoot was used in this context, and you just read it, they'll say, do you not see that it says context matters? And because you're not reading to understand, you're reading to find fault, you will find fault. Like when Jesus said, if your eyes causes you to sin, gouge it out. He didn't mean it literally. But some people will say, what kind of man says you should pluck out your eyes? Why did Jesus not pluck out his eyes? Why did Paul not pluck out his eyes? It wasn't literal. There are many times there are figure of speech in the scriptures. The Bible literally says, let us provide logical answers for those that question the faith with respect. Why would the Bible be telling us to go and look for answers, logical, outside of the Bible, to defend the faith from people that don't believe, if it's afraid of questioning? The only reason why you feel like that Christians are foolish people is because you've only been fortunate enough to meet Christians who have not done due diligence on proper research to answer theological apologetic questions. The day you meet one, you would actually understand that we don't follow blindly. We don't. If you doubt it, go and check on Nabil Qureshi. May he so rest in peace. He will tell you for free. In any case, I hope this is helpful. I didn't prescribe, I was describing. But here's my prescription to believers. Question the status quo of what works around you. Question it deep enough. Do not be a zombie mover. There are many things that we do that if you just take a brief pause and question it, you will see that this is not the way of the faith. And it doesn't mean we're trying to be holier than thou. It just means that we are following Christ.